Howdy everybody. We're back here with the 03CL Champcar build for 2018. Just kind of wanted to go over a little bit of what I've been doing today. As you can tell, if I can zoom out the window, it is snowing. Yeah, it's snowing quite a lot, as you can tell there. So I've got a day inside to do a little bit of work on the Champcar. So what have I done? I have started on the cage. As you can tell, we've got all this. Got the, I guess you want to call that your seat belt bar, and the passenger side one, the diagonal bar. I also got a lower support brace bar welded in right there also. These things right here were mounted into the car, basically right where that bar is. They were mounted to those holes and also mounted to this big open spot right there. So we put that bar in there to help stiffen it up. So we've got the front pillars all welded in up to the roof bar across. I haven't done the door bars yet. Those have to get bent. We had to wait until I had the rear hoop and then the front door bars, or the front down bars right there, welded in, so we knew what measurements to go off of. But I've got the rear pillars all done. I've yet to finish welding it all up. That's a tedious task. I'm actually going to take it to my other shop where I've got a 220 volt stick welder, so I'm going to do that there. Another thing I did was, there used to be holes here. You can tell where the welder kind of got hot, but there's no holes there anymore. I just put a little bit of white paint there just to keep it from rusting. But I've got that all done up pretty, and I just did this side. Wanted to share that. You can kind of tell what it's like now. It used to have holes like that and like that. And when you shut the door, the reason I did it, when you shut the door, the molding's gone, so now we have that gap there. And I didn't want any holes causing no whistling noises or whatnot, but I think it'll look more attractive once it's done. Once it's done. So all I've got to do now is just bring the grinder over here, grind them smooth and sand them smooth and prime the holes back. So that's what we've got going. And I haven't got much more in for parts. Only thing I really got were some rear camber arms. Let's see if we can open them up. Here are the rear camber arms. So these are going to go into the back to allow the back tires to be tilted in just a hair. I think, you know, our last car we ran about 1.5 to 2 in the rear. Not any more than that. So I'd say we'll probably keep it at 1.5 or 2, and then the front we'll try to run, you know, 3, at least 3. You always want a good amount. Keeps the outside of that tire from wearing when you go around the corner really hard. So, oh yeah, another thing we got these parts here from a company called Prank Parts. These were a new find I found. So you've got this right here, which is an air assist delete. Don't really know what air assist is on the J32, but we got the butterfly delete. These were pretty inexpensive, but this was fairly expensive. This is a radiator, or not a radiator, alternator relocator kit. So you take your air conditioning compressor off and you move your alternator into the position of where your AC compressor was. So the reason we had to do that was because if you remove the air conditioning compressor, the way that it's set up is the AC compressor sits here, the belt goes off that up here around the power steering pump through a tensioner pulley which mounts here and then back down. If you were to take this pulley out of the equation, the belt would then go at a diagonal up here, back around, down into the tensioner pulley. What would happen is, from here at the harmonic balancer up, the belt would make contact with itself coming back down against the tensioner pulley. So that's why we had to to do that. So that's going to be a pretty cool thing to see all go together. But I'm going to finish working on the car first. I want the cage done before I do anything else. Once the cage is done, the seats can go in, the controls can be all assembled. We can start working on the 6-speed shifter swap and the wiring harness and all that fun stuff. And once all the interior is done, then I will drop the front cradle and put in the manual transmission, the other front cradle I have in the back room, the engine right over here on the stand, and all the parts that go along with it. So it's snowing outside. Hopefully this week we'll get a whole bunch done. Stay tuned. Subscribe if you're watching.